Pampas Rovar about the pastimes of Lord Ram, Lakshman, residing here where we sit, Kishkinda Kshetra, along with the Vanaras, headed by Sugriva, Hanuman, Jambavan. When Hanuman returned from Sri Lanka and presented to Lord Ram the jewel that was given to him by Sita and her message of love in separation, Lord Sri Ram embraced Hanuman, and in doing so fulfilled all of Hanuman's deepest desires. Just as Srila Prabhupada writes in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that Krishna doesn't see the thing that is offered, but he sees the intention. In Udupi, one Radhanath Swami, the late Acharya of that mat, he offered Krishna during his parayaya, or the time when he was worshipping the deity of Lord Krishna, a crown that was made completely of diamonds. And some media people were criticizing him. Why don't you give that money to poor people? Why don't you use it to feed the poor and give medicine to the poor, give clothes to the poor? And he explained, anywhere a leader of a nation goes, every day, how much do they spend? Not long ago, I was at a very small event where I met the President of the United States. And as I was approaching this home, there were so many police cars all around. And then when I came to the home, there was so much security that was set up at somebody's home. And after going through the security, which was very simple because only a few people were invited, even though there was only a few people there, all around the house, there were these people with suits and ties and little things in their ears and sunglasses. And they always had their hand somewhere hidden, or you couldn't see what they were holding sometimes. And they were everywhere. And they didn't talk to anybody. They were just watching. So I went to one of them and just asked him, who are you and how are you doing? And he didn't know what to do because nobody ever talks to these people. So he didn't look at me and he didn't say anything. And I didn't see what he was looking at because he had sunglasses on. So I kept talking to him. And finally, he said, talk to him. So I went to another person, and they took me to the supervisor of all these secret agents. And he was really nice to me. He was telling me about how many people, and he was telling me about the security, how many police cars there were around. And behind the house, there was an ocean. And he showed me there were 4 boats. 2 were police boats, and 2 were Secret Service boats. And then there was a helicopter up above. And he said, what you don't see is right there, and he pointed to the water. He said, there's an armed submarine. So I was thinking, so much security. And the president was only going to be there for 2 hours. And he had 3 events that day. So that means all that security is going to be at every event he goes to. That means there's literally millions of dollars spent every day just on security purposes. So Radhanath Swami said, anywhere a president or a prime minister goes, they spend millions of dollars a day just on arrangements and security. So he said, Krishna, he's not just the president or prime minister of one nation. He's the supreme lord of all the countries, of the entire world, of all the planets, of the entire universe, of all the innumerable universes in the cosmic manifestation. So if once in 12 years we give him a nice crown, why are you complaining? You see, when we offer to Krishna, it is like offering water to the root of the tree. If Krishna is satisfied, he can make everything happy and everyone happy. But whether we offer Krishna a diamond crown or a chickpea, if it's offered with love and devotion, Krishna's happy because he accepts our intent. And for a devotee, everything in this world is just that. The only value anything in this world has is to the extent we could use it to please Krishna. Arts, music, intelligence, architecture, strength, all of these things, if we understand that they're Krishna's energy, they all have eternal value. Srila Prabhupada was speaking in a microphone. He said, this is spiritual energy. This microphone is beyond any price when we use it to please Krishna by speaking his glories and sharing them with others. Otherwise, it's just a piece of metal, which really has no value whatsoever for the eternal soul. So the way we speak, the way we smile, the way we look, the way we talk, the way we utilize whatever we may have, if our consciousness is to please Krishna, every single detail is so precious.